chill will interfere with my alchemy. Guess I should analyze the conditions and adjust accordingly. Take my thorns!
Think you can smash it?
Visibility is almost zero in this snow. Stay close. I don't want to lose anyone else.
Oh, there's ice blocking this way, too. Comfort. Huh? I think I see lights.
Good. I'd wager that's where you need to go.
Yeah, skeletons. Frozen skeletons.
Gulliest pack of snow skulls I've ever seen. Don't let them surround us.
Too late to run. Think before smashing those ice buildings. All that weight could crush you. Time to get here.
Even the sweetest words come and go.
Dragon Lane! Clear fast, people!
What do you think? Take my thorns. Come, crimson thorns. No falling under my watch. What do you think?
Let's roll.
Full bloom. No falling under my watch.
Time to shine. Leave it to me.
We're down flat.
No more monsters. What kind of dum-dum wants to meet in a blizzard? Can we even trust this person?
We have little choice. Come. We mustn't keep them waiting. The roses shall protect you.
So chilly.
Indeed.
Not bad.
Practically a whiteout. Move slowly. Back. Back.
Interesting phenomenon. Someone come poke this.
That road's all lit up. Let's try following it.
Bora Bora. Let's roll.
Come, Crimson Thorn!
You feel this one?
What a curious light. Let's probe it.
We have time for a little fun, right? Let's just snuggle. Let's go! Back. Huh? Yeah. Back. Don't worry, we can still try again. Back.
We've got other pawns who do the whole parkour thing much better than me.
Back. 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 That treasure is ours. Open sesame. Use those lights as a guide, or we're gonna be going around in circles. Back. Here goes. Ta-da! Back.
You take the lead. Keep up or I leave you behind.
Jeez, okay. Light of the living snowballs! Like what?
Fine.
Get stuck! Over!
Open up.
Refreshing.
Watch out! Beep beep!
What do you think? Can't keep up?
Get into gear.
Even the
You take the lead.
That was amazing!
No shit. Not bad. Nice. Reagents.
How long were they hiding in there? Show your weakness! What kind of play? Look! It's the monastery!
Wow, that was quick. Way to go, Mountain.
Like clockwork! Open sesame! Ta-da! I know you'll get the job done. Want to strengthen your weapons? Shall we uncast those weapons? Let's do it! That was all. Let's do it! Take care of yourself, okay?
Good day, travelers. Although I bear no grudge against any of you, it would certainly behoove you to abandon your quest. I do beg your pardon.
Milady, you were strictly ordered not to kill them.
They went toe-to-toe with Galanza and survived. This will merely slow them down a bit. But do keep a close eye on them.
Ma'am,
Now then, the mountain considers your party to be uninvited guests. One wonders if Mother Nature will forgive this intrusion.
Hey! Still alive?
That's it. I'm headed up to here with gravity.
Stop. Nobody move.
What peculiar adaptations. I love a rare specimen.
Rolling. Copy? Those Avia jokesters intercepted us. Now we're at the bottom of some valley, fighting for our lives.
Huh? It stopped working.
My guess is signal doesn't stretch all the way down here.
We're on our own for this one. Buckle up.
Show it who's boss!
Let's roll.
Snack time!
What do you think?
Here's your chance! Give it head!
Bury them.
Color me in.
Ars Magna.
Bye-bye!
Rosetta!
I have you covered.
Let's roll!
Shine as one! Hail first! Could have gone a little easier. Blue, they're furious! Be careful!
What do you think?
It's up! It's creating a big ice block! Here comes the big one! No more ouchies! I needed that. Too late to try it.
Gold bloom!
Right where you wanna be.
I've had enough.
Picking up what you were putting down.
Time to put it down.
It's charging at us! Here's our chance! Give it back!
What do you think?
Here's the way!
The roses shall protect you.
Don't get caught!
Let's roll!
Ready to fire! Snack time!
Gold bloom!
I needed that.
What do you think? No falling under mine.
Let's roll!
Here's our chance! Give it head! Time to get here!
Come again! Time to fly! Let's roll!
Take him out! Let's go! Distraction! Can't let up now! Up we go!
Right. Understood.
What do you think?
Ouroboros.
It's charging at us!
Let's roll!
Come, crimson thorns!
One more! Locked on!
Take my thorn!
Here it comes!
What do you think? Can't keep up. Gold bloom!
Let's roll! I'll analyze their attack pattern and come up with a sufficient strategy.
Uh-oh! Better focus on evasion!
Try it again. Suck it up.
Thanks!
What's my luck? Dumbass.
Can't keep up.
Don't get caught!
Gold bloom!
Shame we couldn't see eye to eye. Oh well. R.I.P., buddy.
Ugh, that's it. No more puns this entire trip. I've been thinking, what does the Church of Avia want with Iria anyway?
Their leader, Lilith, said her goal was to reach Estalucia. She must have caught on to Lyria's unique
reagents.
and valuable abilities.
Whatever the reason, those tyrants abducted her. I won't let them off lightly.
Agreed. But if we're gonna make them pay, we gotta climb first.
Hold on, Lyria. We're coming.
That's some cliff. Anyone else get the urge to spit? See how far down it goes?
Why don't you lean over and let it rip? Promise I won't push you.
Good joke. You wouldn't dare, right?
Here to find out. Heck.
Oh, great. Even more ice.
Keep your eyes open. Monsters could be hiding beneath the snow.
Get him!
Come and get me.
Convenient.
Come, Crimson Sword!
Let's roll.
Full bloom! Can't keep up?
Defection time.
Fight harder! Come, Crimson, come and get me.
Adios. Nice. Reagents. Scared of me.
Take my thorn. There! More. What do you think?
Too late to run.
Take that!
No falling under my light.
Let's roll.
What do you think?
I think they're making a break for it!
Come down. Can't keep up?
Open sesame! Ta-da!
Suck it up.
Sorry to trouble you.
Leave it to me!
You have my aid.
Ready! Here's our chance!
Indeed.
Dumbass.
Here we go!
Interesting phenomenon. Someone come closest.
This way should take us to the surface!
We've got other pawns who do the whole parkour thing much better than me.
We ran out of time. Better get the lay of the land before we try again. Watch me zoom! Back! Mine! Don't worry, we can still try again. A treasure hunt! Let's play! gotta do is collect those stones. You've got this! We ran out of time. Better get the lay of the land before we try again. Watch me zoom! One more! We ran out of time. Better get the lay of the land before we try again. Watch me zoom!
Who set them up in such an illogical order?
You guys smell treasure? Watch me zoom! We ran out of time. Better get the lay of the land before we try again. Watch me zoom!
Child's play.
Ooh. Ta-da!
Keep it right away. Stay away. You lead the way.
Understood.
Adios. Dissection time!
Oh,
Not bad.
The monastery's in sight, you guys! Ready for pain? Let's see!
What do you
Let
think?
me teach ya! True pain! Ars Magna! That was fun! Boom! Here goes! Ta-da!
Nice. Reagents.
They're refreshing. Can't keep up. Come, let's roll. The road is coming.
All together! I'm ready!
Shall we?
Come on, guys! The fun's just getting started!
Yeah.
Okay, got
You
ya!
make a good point.
No more ouchies! I needed that!
Looks like no one's home.
Whoa! Did they need a door this big?
Wait. What's that sound?
Did they follow us here?
With the blizzard picking up outside, we have no choice but to fight them off.
Just in time.
Gorgeous job, Io.
Gorgeous help! Your show's going to kick some tail! Huh? Here goes!
Let's go.
I want to be just like you! Like block. Come on!
You have
Take
my
it! You see my magic? That's why we love ya! Huh? Oh,
You take the lead. You got some backbone after all.
no kidding! I got even bigger spell!
It was a marvel.
Think coming like this, it's gonna get real ugly.
Indeed. What do you think? Take them down.
Leave it to me!
We've still got a ways to go.
I'm right behind you! Got it! I know!
Let's roll. Whose magic is this?
Don't look at me!
I've been waiting, traveling skyfarers. I am Historia, overseer of Melo's monastery.
Thank you for your assistance. You must be Roland's acquaintance.
Indeed, I am.
Did anyone from the Church of Avia come this way? Maybe a flashy red ship?
Yes, and they've already disturbed the altar ahead. The primeval god it honors is most displeased.
Then there really is a primal beast here as well.
The god's anger manifests as a blistering white storm. I seek to quell its rage.
Well, we're after those jerks that caused it. Maybe we could go together.
The road forward is a sacred one, sealed to all but me. However, it is no place for outsiders.
Lyria's our friend. She means a lot to us. Please, let us come with you. You've got to help us.
Oh? Do I now? At least you aren't lacking in bravado. Yes. That fire in your eyes speaks of great tenacity. Very well. Do as you like.
Yes! Thank you.
But be warned, sacred grounds are not immune to the taint of malice. Do keep up.
We won't hold you back. Lead the way.
O primeval god of Belfrost dominion, bestow thy grace, and guide us past the door of seclusion.
Whoa. Amazing mana reserves.
I'm no stranger to ice-based spells, but this is something else entirely.
It is done. Come.
I know you'll get the job done. Phase complete. All done. And look, I just got some rare stuff. Sigils need a boost? Take care of yourselves, okay?
Ahead lies the Tradom Sanctum, wherein a primeval god resides.
Took us forever and a half. You made it!
Another door blocks our path.
Allow me. O primeval god of Belfrost's dominion, bestow thy grace, and guide us past the door of seclusion.
Found the welcome squad. I know how they're kicking when it's sub-zero.
If my incantation is interrupted, the sigils will cease forming. It demands my fullest attention. Can you keep the rabble occupied?
Understood. We'll protect you while you work your magic.
Historia's regular monster magnet, ain't she?
Perhaps they find her intense magical capacity. All the more reason to stay focused. Come what may, we stand guard!
Yeah! Dissection time!
What do you think?
Dumbass!
Can't keep up.
That's fine!
The rose is sharp.
Get in here!
Bold blue, come and get.
Heed these ancient words.
That's a water thing.
Is it crystallized to survive this climate?
Refreshing, isn't it? There.
Whoopsie! Let me teach ya! True pay! Ars Magna! That was fun! Back up! Lock 'em fly!
Too late to run. Come and go.
Let's roll!
What do you think? Come join. Can't keep up. Gold blue.
Yippee! Follow me! This one's sure!
Let's go.
Lift the shackles of seclusion.
Ouroboros!
What do you think?
Thanks for the boost!
There now. Refreshing, isn't it? Can't keep up.
Let's roll!
Just a bit longer. Keep me protected.
Let's roll!
Just a bit longer. Keep me protected.
You like what you see?
Gold blue.
Almost ready.
Fight harder. Can't keep up.
Let's roll! Nice work! Let's move!
Apologies for my earlier incivility. Your skill is unquestionable.
Wait till you see me get serious.
I expect to be impressed. The drive to save a loved one never ceases to amaze me. Tis nothing.
Open up! Let's pin you up. Dissection time! Oh. Doctor's in. Huh? Open sesame! Here's food! Light block! Here we go!
Leave none standing.
Yeah!
What did you
Rose has her
expect?
thorns, after all.
Adios!
Can't keep up. Gold blue.
Dissection time! Suck it up!
My hero.
blizzard stopped.
An ill omen. We must hurry.
One sturdy-looking door.
But no match for me. O primeval god of Belfrost's dominion, bestow thy grace, and guide us past the door of seclusion.
Here and looking for action!
Keep your eyes on that one. It's deadlier than the rest.
Protect Historia! Dumbass! Snack time! Beep beep! Here comes more from the bridge!
Let's roll!
No fair! It called its buddies! Dissection time! More! Here goes nothing left! Tempest blade! Turn off the trouble! No muscle battle! I'm a sled! Here comes more from the bridge! Wait before my...
Cheer cheese. Ars Magna.
Bye-bye!
Can't keep up.
Convenient.
Crimson Thorn!
Historia Cell! We got that rock!
What do you think?
Help the big queenie!
Let's roll!
Let's keep a close eye on the enemy. The monsters interrupted Historia Cell! We got that rock!
No crawling under Marvel.
Dissection time! Here comes more from the bridge!
Too late to run.
Peekaboo!
Darkman.
Historia's under fire! Step in! You're going to get the way! Help you get Queenie!
Can't keep up.
Move!
Fight harder!
Suck it up.
Great timing!
Let's roll.
Lift the shackles of seclusion.
More from the bridge! I'm a sled! Thanks for the reflection time! Try it again. That's it! Solo practical spot! Turn into a solo! There, how better?
Let's roll.
Snack time! Those long-range goons are attacking our guys! Go get them! Historia's taking the lead to go home
through this the hard way.
Let's stay cautious. Yep. And away. Breathe. Shoulder. Hard. Slowly, slowly. Too late. Hurry. Youngsters don't quit before my sheer gene. Ars Magna. Bye-bye. Round and pound. Those long-range goats are attacking our side. Go get them. Yowie! Here comes more from the bridge. Let's roll.
Can't keep up. What do you think?
Interrupted Historia's spell. We got that rock.
How rejuvenating.
Let's roll. All these grunts. Clean them up. Yippee! Historia's taking a lead. Here comes more from the bridge.
What do you think?
Thanks to the boost! Those long-range fools are attacking our guns! Go get them!
Blink on a bed of swords!
For Victoria, we got that rock! The bigger they are, the harder they fall!
I feel better already.
I'm no pusher. That's just a small fry. Don't let
The
him
circle is on the verge of completion.
Here comes more from the
It is time.
Can't keep up.
Adios! We go, foul frog!
Glad that's over.
It would be a shame to stop now.
Ooh. Ta-da! Yeah. Huh? Nice. Reagents.
The road is shuffled.
Round and through. Too late to drown.
Crimson Thorn, come and get it.
Let's end this.
Shall
The men I'm ready. That was great. This crew rocks.
These
Did you
blooms
expect
fight
any less?
back. At long last.
It is far too quiet for my liking.
Ooh. Ta-da! I know you'll get the job Take care of yourselves, okay? Huh? Open sesame! Ta-da! Dissection time! Ooh!
The altar lies ahead.
I know you'll get the job done. Want to temper your weapons? Let's do it! I guess you're ready to take your weapons to the next level, huh? Those weapons aren't good to go! I guess you're ready to take your weapons to... Let's do it! Those weapons aren't gonna temper themselves. Take care of yourselves, okay? Yay! I'm a fountain of knowledge! I know you'll get the job done. You're all set. Take care of yourselves, okay? Huh? Isn't that Lyria?
What's this? Lyria. Stop!
Another foe.
Historia!
You knave! What did you do to Lyria? Answer!
I wouldn't interfere if I were you.
Protect us.
Lyria is staying with us.
I found Lyria first, and I cannot take ending to the kidnapping of my subjects.
Full blue!
Embrace us. What's the big idea, Lyria? Why are you siding with that Dorkin?
Come clean. Why did you kidnap Lyria?
Oh, now he's got nothing to say.
I don't like it, but we have ways of making him talk. You will pay dearly! Can't keep up.
Get in here!
What do you think?
This guy eat eel for breakfast? He's strong as hell.
First Galanza, now this dude. Where does Avia find these monsters?
His name is Id, one of Avia's top 3. Said to be this Skydam's strongest.
No wonder he's so tough. But why would a man of his ferocity obey the church?
He may be Lilith's son. Details escape me,
What do you
but it would explain much.
Big cheese is little cheese, huh? Supporting Mom is great and all, but think of yourself, man.
Lyria isn't acting like herself either. We must get to her. What do you think?
This guy's too good. Can't get a clean hit on him.
Time's up. Do it, Lyria.
Sprint forth. Wolf of Icy Mist, Manic Armor.
Come back here!
I shall thaw this storm.
Historia! You aren't hurt, are you?
Worry not, young one. Now it is I who shall support you. Ring of Aster's gloom. On the closest Theo, I find thee. Should the primeval god remain unquelled,
Suck it up.
the sun will never kiss these skies again. All my magic shall be with you.
Thanks, Historia. We can take it from here.
Avia's after these primal beasts. But for what?
Zipping around like lightning. Can't get crosshairs on it.
Follow its movement. That horn will skewer you like a pig on a spit.
Attack already!
Here's the present.
Know what happens to subjects that give me lip? They get put down.
What do you think?
Watch out!
Try it.
Looks like it's all done.
Ice armor. Simple, but effective.
Now finish it.
Sure.
We were pretty well matched there.
Dancing with a primal's not half bad.
What do you think?
Let's roll.
God, a storm brews!
Wait for me! You've got more in you.
But its lights aren't fun. It's a lot faster.
Let's roll.
Careful you don't lose track of it.
Dumbass.
Come, Crimson Sword!
Light block. Deception time. Let's roll.
Right way.
You go. How satisfying.
Get them! Take my entrance!
You can't hide. Ars Magna.
Bye-bye.
Eel.
Oh, me.
Captain. Yep, here goes. Light block. Giant one. Time of chaos.
Not moving. Let's get him!
Too late to remind you.
Probably this one to me right out of my mouth.
Get here.
Crimson Sword!
Done.
What the heck are those little things?
Looks like a ranged attack. A final ace up its gauntlet.
Where'd it go?
It's moving too fast for the eye to follow. Stay calm. Learn its pattern of attack. We need to get you healed.
Suck it up.
Poor thing.
Brace yourselves for the next surge of power!
Those ice spikes are a real pain in the tail.
Back to your speedy form, huh? Too bad you can't outrun my magic. Suck it up.
What do you think?
We're picking up the joy.
Last hurdle before the finish line, huh? I'm down to race.
Let's roll.
Oh, primeval god, I beg your forgiveness.
Suck it up.
Thank you.
You got that now. Get those bicycles. Get away. Charge it up. Focus on dodging. Back to the ice armor. This is one tough sucker.
The storm can freeze you in your tracks.
Let's roll.
Exploit your surroundings.
There goes our storm ball. Got this.
Don't play too hard now.
Watch out.
I'm down to race.
What do you think?
Don't come round me. This is a storm wall!
No falling under.
This might hurt.
Here we are.
Get low. I don't like what you see. Let's walk. Let's roll.
What do you think?
That's time. Cover. Time and slay.
No falling
Adios. That's time. Every dragon for himself. Heartbeat. Let me teach ya. True pay. Ars Magna. That was fun. Feel. Oh, me.
I'm right behind you.
Captain, way ahead of me. Captain, let's roll. Shine as one. The Astrophism. You'll feel this one. We're back in town.
Don't mention it.
Suck it up.
Here it comes again.
Trying to wear us out, huh? Not gonna work.
Focus. Anticipate its movements and evade accordingly. Keep fighting. You are not clear of danger.
Nice feel.
Its mana is spiking. A massive ice storm is imminent.
Try not getting hit next time.
We shot down so many of these spikes. Sorry for the trouble.
Come join me.
But the dice are the fun. It's a lot faster. Careful you don't lose track of it.
Last hurdle before the finish line, huh? I'm down to race.
Oh, primeval god, I beg your forgiveness.
I'm coming, dumbass. You got this now. Get the bicycle.
Ray of sunshine.
Last hurdle before the finish line, huh? I'm down to race.
Adios. Like a block or
The god's magic is wavering. Soon it will be over.
Thanks for the boost. Let's roll.
Suck it up.
I needed that. Peekaboo.
Step lively, guys. Don't give Flurry Paws an easy target.
Charging up. How can we have naughty? Too late. Time to play.
Not moving. Let's get him.
Hello? Is anyone there? It's only temporary, but I fixed up the ship to get her flying again.
Oh, goody.
You don't sound very happy. Did something happen?
Lyria, she...
Hang in there. I'll come grab you guys ASAP.
Captain...
That's a bitter pill to swallow.
It was a pitiful outcome, despite my presence.
No, even I assumed they wouldn't control the primeval gods. And there's the matter of Lyria's odd behavior.
Her eyes were empty, as if her soul were caged. What's more, the blue choker she wore did not sit right with me.
A blue choker? Like a collar around her neck? Could it be...
Could it be what, Roland? Is it a clue?
Possibly. Just a story I heard a while... If, rumors are to be believed, the Church of Avia has been toying with a forbidden implement.
What now?
The Mind Sealer. A tool that binds one's will, leaving them open to manipulation. Given its inhumane nature, the use of such an artifact was supposedly banned.
Ugh, if those buttheads are using something like that, then they're worse than trash.
Couldn't we just smash the cursed thing to pieces?
I don't advise using force to break it. That would put Lyria's life in danger.
I figured it wouldn't be that easy.
What about nullifying its influence?
I have a connection in Seed Hollow who knows his curios. I bet he could tell us more.
You intend to ask the family Zathba? Informants don't cooperate without a price.
Hey, deep down he's got a heart of gold. It'll work out.
Wishful thinking.
Thanks again, Roland. We'd be up the creek without you.
Always glad to help. Remember, when Mr. Fix-It's on the case, nothing is impossible.
Got that right. Fixing our airship while it's stuck on a freezing mountain? Wow.
Alas, I merely applied bandages. What she really needs is servicing in Seed Hollow. And on that note, I say we take to the skies. I'll show you the way.
I'm as worried about Lyria as anyone, but this ship needs a serious tune-up.
We finally caught up to Lyria, but her eyes had lost their spark. When I called her name, she didn't respond. She didn't hear me. The Lyria we know and love. It's like she wasn't in there anymore. What is Avia plotting? With so many mysteries left unsolved, I get the feeling this is just the beginning. But for now, we need to dig up info on this Mind Sealer thing. We flew through the night without ever stopping. I can see our next island, hugged by dawn's warming light. Call that amber glow false hope, but I'll take it. This city is huge! There's stuff everywhere!
Let your true self shine! Lowest prices in town. Money back guaranteed.
Welcome. This is Sega Grande Skydam's largest city, Seed Hollow.
Whew. The good news is the Grand Cipher's gonna be okay.
She's in good hands. Luckily, the ship escaped severe damage. Should be a quick fix.
Sorry to keep piling stuff on you. Appreciate it, buddy.
So about this family Zothba or whatever, you know where to find them?
I sure do. Their boss supposedly operates in this district. Information brokers don't exactly advertise to the public. He runs a bar as a front.
Sounds like you've got his stuff together.
I guess you'll find out for yourself when you meet him. Follow me. Let's start by heading to the main square. The bar should be in a back alley somewhere.
Huh. Guess that's one way to design a ship. Always cool to see how other places build their rides.
Wait till you visit the other districts. I'd love to give a grand tour, but...
No biggie. Besides, sightseeing will be a lot more fun once Lyria's back with us.
Very true. I'd better start brushing up on my tour guide skills.
Hello?
Of course, Seed Hollow wouldn't be complete without a blacksmith and alliance rep. If you need to use their services...
Judging from your gear, are you perhaps Skyfarers? Welcome. This is Rafal's Seed Hollow branch. Well then, they've got all kinds of flowers here. No wonder the city smells so good.
I guess that's where the seed in Seed Hollow comes from.
Of course, Seed Hollow wouldn't be complete without a blacksmith and alliance rep. If you need to use their services, now's the time.
Looking for that special loaf? Look no further. I've got all sorts of items.
Don't worry, there are no wrong choices here.
Ready for some action?
I think I've been here before.
Let's kick some tail! Oh, wow.
Right
We probably should have made an appointment. Oh well, we'll make it work.
My, what a magnificent castle.
Calling it huge would be an insult. Bet you could spot that thing from the next skydom over.
It's been a fixture of this city since time immemorial. After all these years, I still get emotional when I look at it.
I smell a new... mission.
Tulips, daisies, we're going for you. The army
Come on, people, don't miss this. Can't find what you like? Now here's an offer you can't refuse. Your patronage, always a pleasure.
Yes.
Hey, so...
Ben? Oh.
So... Easier than eating apples. Ooh. Oh, there's one. Ready for some action? Mission complete!
You'll love what you see!
That's it.
Embarrassing.
Get that extended warranty for your airplane!
Yeah?
Window shopper welcome! You'll love what you see!
I smell a new mission. Mission complete!
Right then.
Sure. Is now all right?
I smell a new mission. Daddies ain't got nothing on you.
Lock in. That's it. Excuse me.
Let's kick some tail. Daddies ain't got nothing on you. Ready for some action? Good. So. Let's kick some tail.
Skyfarers, huh? What kind of weapons you need? Don't forget about upkeep.
Then.
That's it.
Come right up, folks! Feast your eyes on my incredible merchandise!
What the? Oh! Come on, you! Ah! Hit that!
No. There. Lean into your strength. See that?
Alright.
No way. Excuse me.
That's it.
We've got lunch specials. Good food, good prices.
Oh, are you a Skyfarer, perchance? If you're looking for coin, I can help you find jobs from all over the Skydom. So, would you be interested in taking a quest or two? Or, maybe more?
Our adventure began with a strange light falling over my home island of Zinkenstill. I chased it to the impact site, where I found a blue-haired girl named Lyria and a knight, Catalina. The girl was shaken, and pretty soon, I learned the reason why. She was on the run from Erste Empire soldiers. I knew an unfair fight when I saw one, so I stepped up to protect Lyria from those overbearing jerks. Catalina and I fended them off well enough, but when their backs were in the corner, they released a fire-breathing Hydra. It charged me, sending me flying into the tree line. Moments away from death, all I could think about was Dad. He'd been the one who trained me, and he'd done a great job, but, well, who expects their daughter to get attacked by a five-headed horror? He was going to be devastated. So, it's all over. Just as I began to sink into darkness, a gentle light enveloped my body. Lyria, wreathed by a mystical halo, was floating above me with her hand outstretched. She explained that she was going to merge our life forces. Fortunately, it worked. From that moment forward, Lyria and I would be inextricably linked. Looking into her blue eyes, I knew I had nothing to fear, not even death itself. Two people, one life, a greater whole. Lyria had taken a huge risk to save me. Now, if one of us got hit with a fatal blow, it was curtains for both. And that thought awakened in me a desperate hunger for survival. For life. The next moment, Lyria and I felt this reverberation of power. The torrent of emotion rushing from me had awakened something. Darkness and flames swirled around us, coalescing into a massive dragon, Bahamut. With him on our side, we made short work of the Imperial Hydra. Now that their trump card had been blasted into oblivion, the Imperial Army had no choice but to run. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't chased that light. No Lyria, no lifelink, no adventure. Yeesh, I probably wouldn't even have set foot off of Zinkenstill. Fate's a funny thing, isn't it? Since meeting Lyria, we've seen our fair share of joy and happiness, and pain and suffering. But the Grand Cypher crew doesn't buckle under pressure. We'll take on anything the journey throws at us. No regrets. Now, where was I? Oh, right. We just humiliated the Empire, who probably had reserves waiting somewhere close by. We realized we needed to get off Zinkenstill. Fast. The Empire was not going to rest while Lyria was on the loose, and I figured that since we shared a life force now and all, it was in everyone's best interest if we stayed together. Plus, I'd always wanted to explore the far reaches of the skies, though doing it on the run, not what I had in mind. Oh, there was so much to think about, so much to decide. But all of those plans could come after we had escaped Zinkenstill. I didn't want a whole army, this time with, I don't know, 30 Hydras marching on my home island. And, well, I had another, more personal reason for wanting to leave. Before I knew it, our journey was at an end. The end. As in, we'd reached the end of the skies. My daughter, I'm waiting for you on Estalucia. I thought about Dad's letter. I missed him. When I was young, he would take me to the edge of the island, and we'd sit there, admiring the clouds. I wanted so badly to explore those skies, just like Dad. I had to see him again. And now, I wouldn't have to make that journey alone. With Vern, Lyria, and Catalina at my side, we commandeered a small Imperial craft and set out for the greatest of destinations, Esta Lucia. From the moment we left Sinkenstill, our adventures were hectic to say the least. Catalina, who claimed to be an experienced pilot, crashed our small vessel into the gusty fields of Port Breeze. But we quickly pulled ourselves together and found a new ally, and helpsman, in the form of Rackham. Since then, we gained more and more allies, and no matter what obstacle we faced, the crew always worked in tandem to find a solution. It's all thanks to their support that I've made it this far. And what a wild ride it's been! I had never set foot off of Sinkenstill, but now I can't even count the number of islands we've saved, let alone visited. Sure, being a roving band of heroes is difficult, but it's got its perks. New faces, new places, and a whole airship's worth of fun. Who could pass this life up? Anyhoodle, we've just begun the next chapter of our adventure. We discovered another piece of the sky map, which led us to Zega Grande. Yeah, a whole new skydom. Just imagine the danger, the promise. But I knew it was going to be fine. Just another set of memories to add to our ever-growing collection. I hope you're ready, Zega Grande, 'cause here we come!
Skyfarers, we need your aid! Goblins! Goblins in Tempeel!
We were at the dock in Folca, taking care of landing procedures, when a panicked old merchant rushed toward us. In between his wheezing, he explained that a shipment of relief supplies headed for Tempeel had been intercepted by monsters. Tempeel reminded me of Id and how he had totally beat our butts. It was embarrassing, yeah. But what's worse, it reminded me of losing Lyria.
Tempeel, huh? Maybe this time around I can actually help out.
That wasn't Vern's usual peppy tone. He was probably reliving those bad memories, just like me. I guess after you've spent as much time together as we have, you pretty much share a brain. It wasn't going to be a fun journey to Tempeel for either of us, but we were Skyfarers, and desperate times called for brave faces. Anyways, goblins. Smart, fast. That meant we wouldn't have the luxury of time. We needed to throw together the minimum amount of supplies needed for the journey and head out. I turned to Vern so we could discuss game plans, but then I saw his ears were droopy.
If we're fighting goblins, then we should have them licked by lunch.
Something was wrong. But with the hasty flight preparations, I couldn't spare the few minutes to investigate. Pull through it, Vern, I thought. We need you. little less than an hour later, it was time to depart. But Vern was nowhere to be found.
Hurry, Skyfarers! We can't waste another second!
The later we got there, the more supplies would be stolen or destroyed. This could add up to weeks or even months of delays in Tempeal's restoration. Vern, I hope you're okay, bud. I was worried out of my mind. But a captain's gotta do what a captain's gotta do. I left a message for Vern with the merchant, and we set out.
Goblins? I can't even fight stinking goblins! What good am I? Just a scaredy lizard who brings everybody down. Man. If only I was more like my pal, swinging swords and shooting spells. Then I'd finally be able to help out. Maybe I could have stopped Avia from taking Lyria. Maybe I could have done something. How do you live the skyfaring life without combat skills? Heck, I can't even blow sparks, much less fire. What kind of dragon can't breathe fire? Ha! I tell everybody I'm a cool dragon, but I'm just a faker.
You are unworthy.
You were right, Ed. I'm not worthy. Not worthy of being in the crew. Not worthy of being the captain's best bud.
Ah, finally, here you are! I was looking everywhere for you.
Uh-huh. What did this old dude want with me?
Your captain left you a message. The crew's gone on ahead, but as an indispensable member of the Grand Cipher, they want you with them as soon as possible. And that's an order.
Indispensable? That meant, like, VIP, right? Me? For a second there, I was about to blow it off. Like, yeah, right, my bud's just saying that. But then I remembered, this crew had always kept it real. No lies, no flattery. Yeah, we kicked butt because we believed in one another. These guys were my best friends. And maybe we weren't perfect. I mean, we lost to Id, but my bud put his captain boots on and got right back up and tried again. It was never about swords or magic. It was about always moving forward, never giving up. And more than anything, it was about being there for each other. What was I worrying about? Who cares if I couldn't fight? There are 1,000,002 ways to help on an adventure. I mean, you try questing without a cook or a healer.
Hello? Merchant of Vern, do you read me? If you're done daydreaming now, I've got a ship ready to go.
It was time to get a move on, or I wasn't worth my scales. Sorry, everybody. Your pal Vern is on his way.
Yeah! Let's do it to it!
The supply should be this way. Let's move.
Uh-oh. Our potion stock's running low. We'll be okay against a few goblins, right?
Hopefully. Just don't overdo it. Come here, needles.
Come and get
I hope Vern's okay.
He was really down, wasn't he? Poor Vern.
Panacea!
Sorry to trouble you.
Get out of our way! We're in a hurry here! Watch out! Careful. It's working! Oh, missed me! Gotta keep it up!
Damn, they're back for more. Right when we were about to cross the finish line.
Missing people! Over there, by the line! We have to go help them!
Folks doing okay?
Skyfarers! We're doing better now. We need these supplies to repair Tempeal. Please, would you protect them?
We're on it! Take cover, okay?
What do you think? Refreshing, isn't it? There now.
You'll deal this one. I think that was the last of them.
Thank you. You've saved Temteel's future.
Heads up, goblin reinforcements. Just don't quit.
Did you miss me? Took me forever to catch up. Vern!
Vern, was that an explosive? When did you get bombs?
Here come more of those stinking gobbles. Can you take them? Sure can.
Come Crimson Sword! Don't play too hard now.
If those goblins manage to steal any more of the supplies, then the relief effort's good as done. No kidding. They've already hauled half our grain to higher ground.
Higher ground? Sounds like a job for a cool dragon.
That's a great idea, Vern. Put your wings to use.
Are you sure you can manage? What if the goblins plot?
Piece of cake. I'll be back in 30 seconds or your money back.
What do you think? Can't keep up.
Bring it away! Found your weakness! I found some of the stolen supplies! They're safe and sound!
What do you think?
Here's the second punch!
Come, Crimson
Here! I brought potion! Everyone feeling better?
Thanks, Vern! You're a lifesaver.
Full bloom!
Those goblins are getting nasty! Don't fall for their tricks!
Full blue! Can't keep up. Impressive!
Let's roll. You guys okay?
Crimson Sword!
Not quite.
Don't play too hard now. What do you think?
Let's roll.
Dragon Ray! Those stinking gobbos didn't get a single sack!
The enemy have started their retreat. I think the worst has passed.
Thanks to you Skyfarers, Tempeel's finally gonna be rebuilt. We owe you everything.
Vern was the real MVP.
Aw, shucks. I bet you say that to all your lifelong pals.
Ha! This crew never fails. After we'd secured the supplies, Vern talked about how he didn't think he was good enough for the crew. Obviously, he was the only one that felt that way. I'd always appreciated his support. During fights, he was a supply runner, lookout, and cheerleader. And both on and off the battlefield, he was my courage. But even the best people, and dragons, get discouraged sometimes. I really should have been more vocal about my appreciation. But he knows now. We won the day because he came flying to the rescue. Just like I knew he would.
I'll always be there for you, pal.
He was back to his old self, basking in the praise of the crew, which caused his ego to swell like a balloon, but hey,
Who doesn't need a little confidence boost after a dip? And Vern, let me just say it now. I value you and all the hard work you do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yes, can I help you?
You think you know the sky and wind, but then you come to a foreign land, where unfamiliar songs on the air beckon you toward the unknown.
Catalina, where do you think this breeze is coming from?
The wind rustled Lyria's hair affectionately as she spoke. From somewhere far, far away. Much time has passed since Lyria and I escaped from the Erste Empire and met the captain in the woods of Zinkenstill. I found myself thankful that the sky has no limit, because no matter how many journeys I've made at her side, there will always be more to look forward to. Lyria and I first crossed paths when I was still a knight of Erste, and she a tool in the Empire's mad experiments on dark essence. So you're Lyria. I was appointed to stay by her side as both captor and guardian. She reminded me of a beautifully crafted puppet, never moving or speaking unless commanded. Her expression was fixed, and her eyes were bright, but cold, as if made of glass. Moved to pity, I wanted at the very least to light a smile on her face. But I may as well have been talking to a doll. I couldn't find the part of her that was alive. It wasn't until many days had escaped us that I realized Lyria was a real girl with a feeling soul. She simply didn't know how to act like one. So, I taught her to laugh when she felt joy and cry when she felt sadness. Through books and reverie, I taught her to long for the outside world, and when colors on a page were no longer enough, I took her hand and led her to the roof of the military base. The illustrations Lyria had seen were lovely, but the sky now stretching above her was boundless and so luminous that it drew forth tears. And finally, her blue eyes shone, as if they were two patches of sky lit by a sun from within her. That sun melted my heart. There, with the open air as our witness, I made her a promise. Someday, we'll sail this endless world together. I swear it. As the bond between us grew, so did the cruelty of the experiments they performed on Lyria. Lyria doesn't belong here. No living creature does. The shining empire I served now became to me a place clouded by doubt. Day after day, a battle raged within me, between the knight loyal to her flag and the guardian who wanted to set a sad girl free. Then, one day, a memory of Lyria's response on the roof broke through like a clear ray of light.
Really? You'll show me this endless world?
I had made a vow. There was no more question where my allegiance lay. I took her hand once again. This time, not to simply gaze at the sky, but to leap into it. And I did it for myself as much as I did it for her.
Piloting an airship ain't easy work, but whether it's plotting a windward course or conducting some routine maintenance, you can always count on experience and intuition. Ha! Just a little further! Finally, the Grand Cipher broke through the nebulous shadows and turbulent winds of the Grim Basin, and to greet us on the other end was our reward, the brilliant clear blue. It was a panoramic azure, dappled by silver-white clouds and gleaming from the light of a new day. Always an exhilarating sight to behold. Judging by the cries of celebration starting to spread across the deck, I took it my crewmates would agree. Damn, who'd have ever thought a young dreamer from Port Breeze would make it all the way out to these skies? The Grand Cipher and I, we'd gone through thick and thin together. It's a long story, but it all started on that fateful day I met the captain. I haven't looked back since. Right then, landing maintenance. Fuel stores, full. Engine, all clear. We were ready to disembark into the unknown. What awaited us in the Zega Grande Skydom? As uneasy as I was, I couldn't help but feel a teensy bit giddy with excitement. Ah, the Grand Cipher. Ever since I found her abandoned behind a cliff, it was love at first sight. I was just a kid, but I had lofty dreams of repairing that ramshackle airship and taking her to the skies. Back then, I didn't know the difference between a porthole and port side, but I was determined. I dove into books bigger than my head, and I learned basic airship repair, helmsmanship, the whole kit and caboodle. After a ton of elbow grease, the day had come. The Grand Cipher was finally ready for a test flight. I still remember how my hands trembled as I grabbed the rudder. And wouldn't you know it, she actually lifted off the ground for me. Nothing quite like watching your first love take to the skies, is there? But before I could take it all in, my dreams came crashing down. I mean, literally, the Grand Cipher sunk like a damn meteor. 100 different things could have caused it, but that didn't matter. Years of work went kaput in the blink of an eye. The betrayed by the very skies I longed for. I was crushed. Looking back now, it sounds stupid, I know, but it really felt like I had nothing to live for. I put all my hopes into that hunk of scrap. Laugh if you want, but some pits are too deep to crawl out of, especially when you look up for freedom and all you see is the expansive crystal blue of your tormentor. Don't worry, my pity party wouldn't last for too much longer. You see, my dreams had crashed like a meteor.
But ironically enough, it was the meteoric rise of the Erste Empire that would bring the captain into my life. Salvation was on the horizon. Just as I'd given up on flying, the Erste Empire had arrived in Port Breeze, and they were hell-bent on exploiting our local protector, the primal beast of wind, Tiamat.
Their twisted machinations caused her to go on a rampage. Port Breeze was in peril. Fortunately, we had an ace up our sleeve, Lyria. Thing is, Lyria needed to get close to Tiamat, which meant we had to go up, and to go up, we needed to fly. Thought I'd already closed that chapter of my life when the skies betrayed me, but lives were on the line.
Quick, get on the Grand Cipher!
I don't know what got into me. She fell once before. Hell, I knew she might fall again. Nothing like a healthy fear of death to keep you grounded, eh? But the people of Port Breeze, and my new crewmates, had entrusted their fates to my piloting skills. My own fear was insignificant. All I needed to do was trust myself too. It's a damn shame it took me this long. But I'm back now, and ready to face the skies if you'll have me. As the Grand Cipher's engine purred to life, I knew I would no longer be encumbered by fear. I gripped the mast with pride as I set our course directly above to the rampaging Tiamat. Lyria quelled the primal beast, and catastrophe had been averted. Not to mention, I could finally dream again. Ever since that day, I've been the helmsman for the Grand Cipher and its crew. It's been one hell of a ride. I've since formed a pact with good old Tiamat and made amends with the shipwright Primal who built the Grand Cipher, Noah. So, Zeka Grande Skydom might be uncharted territory, but my role remains the same. To see our crew arrive safely, no matter the destination. And that includes Estalucia. Some folks might call reaching the end of the skies an impossible dream, but I ain't too worried. With the Grand Cipher as our wings, anything's possible. Call it a side effect of being a helmsman, but my ears tend to laser in on any talk of airships. Then again, damn near anybody could have heard this guy shouting.
No! No! You can't do this! She's still skyworthy! She can still fly!
The distraught man was making a scene outside. 3 seemingly unfazed onlookers surrounded him. Between all the belly aching, I pieced together the man's story. He was an engineer, was upset that an airship called the Nautilus was set to be decommissioned. His 3 friends, meanwhile, were telling him to see reason that an old ship like that would be more useful as scrap. Reminded me of the Port Breeze days, back when my own dreams seemed like unscalable walls. The 3 onlookers were a young helmsman, a young mechanic, and an older merchant. They presented a unified front against the engineer, countering each of his arguments threefold whenever he opened his mouth to protest. As much as I wanted to help the guy, the trio were speaking the truth. Repairing the damn thing would cost buckets of rupees, and you can't fix an airship on gumption alone. Trust me, I've tried. Them's the breaks, kid.
I turned to leave. None of my business, right? But dumb old me, I had to pause as my ears caught what he said next.
We made a pact, didn't we? Don't you remember? The Nautilus. You promised that we would take her to the skies.
He could barely hold it together. You could hear it in his voice, the desperation as he clung to a quickly fading dream. It was a feeling all too familiar to me.
I mean, sure, the Nautilus may be old, but she's got plenty of potential. She could easily outpace any other cargo ship in the fleet. At least 3 times faster!
Found the poor bastard blathering his woes at a tavern in Folca. The seat next to his happened to be conveniently open, so I took it. Without so much as asking my name, he launched into story after story. It was clear he still needed to vent. Apparently, he just recently started his career as an engineer, planned on restoring the Nautilus. It would revitalize the local economy, help Folca this, assist Timpil that. He went on and on, but I knew he wasn't going to feel better until he confronted the actual issue at hand. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great you want to help your home like this, but that's not the real reason you're upset, is it?
That obvious, huh? I made a promise to my friends. One day we'd fly our beloved Nautilus across the skies together.
But the ship in question was long past its heyday and had deteriorated beyond the point of conventional repair. Time is a cruel but patient mistress, and among the original Nautilites, only Kent had yet to accept reality. After he finished his explanation, silence fell between us. Well, until another man frantically stumbled into the tavern. I'd seen him somewhere before. Oh yeah, one of the naysayers from earlier, the merchant.
Somebody help! Anybody! Monsters are ransacking my precious cargo!
I was torn. Do my civil duty as a skyfarer and save the cargo, or help this ass determined to crush the dreams of my newfound friend? So, I asked Kent.
What? Of course you should help him!
Not a moment's hesitation from the kid. I liked that. This would have been the perfect moment to ensure the continued survival of the Nautilus, at least in the short term. But despite that, Kent didn't think twice about helping his fellow man. Hell yeah, Kent. I'll see what I can do.
Well, another day, another dime.
According to the merchant, our destination should be around here. I just hope there's anything left to save. Let's get moving. Goblins? What the hell are they doing here? Don't say we didn't warn you.
Hey! Go Let's do this!
Rain hell on him! That all?
Not bad, if I say so myself. Now then, where were we?
That all?
That must be the cargo we're looking for. Cargo's safe and sound. Maybe. Looks like it's been rummaged through.
Watch out, Rackham! We've got goblins and vipers on our trail!
They'll say more than that to dupe us.
What do you think?
That all?
Now we're cooking! Things are about to get dicey. Just don't let them get close to the cargo.
Go time! Come on!
Gold bloom!
That all?
There's still more of them! Stay sharp, everybody!
Don't let up!
There! What do you think?
Take that! Come on! Don't let up!
Crimson sword!
Bring it! Bring it!
Gold bloom!
Rain hell on them! Come on!
What do you think?
That all?
The rose is shone. It's working! You'll feel this one!
Go top! Bring
Gold
it!
bloom! One more! Got it! One more! Crimson sword!
So the big shot finally decided to show up, huh?
Well, you're going down like the rest of them. Don't let up! Bring it! Come on! Come on!
There!
Go! Go time!
Crimson sword!
Heads up, people!
Take my sword!
You monsters screwed up big time today, because you chose to mess with the best crew to ever cross these skies.
Ha! One for the books.
Oh, you're a lifesaver. How could I ever thank you?
You want to thank someone? Thank him. I gestured toward Kent. The man's face filled with shame as the irony dawned on him.
So it was you, huh? Hey, listen. I'm sorry about earlier. I could have heard you out.
After the merchant left, I wanted to focus on the next goal at hand. Putting some wind back in the Nautilus's sails. So I proceeded to do some intelligent and, dare I say, brilliant thinking on the topic when Kent asked what I was talking about. Whoops, must have been thinking out loud again. You just wait and see.
Yes, can I help you? If I hadn't met Master Zaka on that fateful day, if he hadn't saved me, There's no way I'd be where I am now. I'm from the Vaults Duchy, where the weather's sweltering all year long, thanks to a river of lava that flows through the island. My hometown might not have been the most scenic place, but as long as I had Master Zaka with me, I was happy. After traveling for so long, I can finally say that with pride. Before I left on my journey, I was completely clueless. When my master went missing, I just ran around like a chicken with its head cut off. I was looking for something, anything that would help me find him, and that's when I met the crew. The reason behind his disappearance turned out to be even worse than I could have imagined. The Earthstate Empire had driven him out of his mind. They had manipulated him into awakening the primal beast that had lain dormant beneath the ground, Colossus. Fortunately, I was able to break through to him, thwarting the Empire's attempt to exploit Colossus's powers for conquest. I learned that they were doing all sorts of horrible things, even to their own people, in order to achieve their goals. My master was a kind person who never hesitated to help those in need. I resented the Empire for making him suffer. And I couldn't just sit around when there was work to be done. That's why I decided to join the crew. To stick it to those Empire jerks and give their victims something to smile about. A few years before I met the crew, I lost my parents to an epidemic. I mourned their deaths for who knows how long. I could barely even bring myself to face reality each morning. With no living relatives in Vaults, I was like a ship adrift at sea. I had nowhere to go and nowhere to belong. Until one day, my master reached out his hand to me. I was so depressed I just kept staring at the ground. That gentle smile never left his face as he asked me, "Why do you look so sad?" There was something in his voice that made me look up. When I did, a beautiful bouquet of flowers appeared in his hands, seemingly out of thin air. I had no idea how he'd done it, but I knew it must have been some kind of parlor trick. But he insisted it was magic. What a goofball, right? Saying that when he can use real magic. But it was just the magic I needed at that moment. Beautiful and kind. He went on to show me all kinds of incredible spells, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Watching him made me smile at a time when I thought I'd forgotten how. My master would always say that magic exists to make people happy. Something about that spoke to me. It made me want to become a mage just like him. So I signed myself up as his disciple, begging him to teach me magic. I'll never forget how happy I was when he told me I had talent. After all, if he was right, that meant I had the potential to make people smile too. One day, shortly after I joined the crew, I suddenly lost the ability to use magic. No matter how many times I tried casting a spell, nothing happened. I had no clue what to do. The rest of the crew thought Master Zaka might have the answers I needed, so we set sail for Vaults. It'd been forever since I'd been back home. My master was thrilled to see how much I'd grown. I opened my mouth to ask him about my problem, but when I saw how happy he looked, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I promised him that I'd come back as a great mage, but there I was, unable to cast even a single spell. The last thing I wanted was for him to be disappointed in me. Around that time, an epidemic returned to Vaults, the same disease that had claimed the lives of my parents. Wanting to keep it from spreading any further, my master headed to the clinic to speak with the people who'd been infected. but he ended up getting sick too. The source of the epidemic turned out to be an evil spirit that revealed itself to us right there in the clinic. I immediately confronted it. That rotten creature had already taken my parents from me. I wasn't gonna let it take anyone else. Determined to make it pay, I raised my staff, but nothing happened. I'll never forget how it felt to watch, helplessly, as my parents' killer got away. The crew gave chase, but I continued to stand where I was. Without my magic, I didn't see the point. I'd just end up getting in the way. All I could do was watch as my masters suffered, withering away. Nothing had changed since the last time. But you know, it wasn't all bad. In search of a solution to my magic loss at the local library, I happened to come across a beautiful golden staff. One left to me by my mother. That's when Master Zaka revealed that my mother had been a mage too. On the verge of tears, I clenched my staff tightly in frustration. My beloved home and master were being threatened by a disease-spreading spirit, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Just as I began feeling completely hopeless, the staff began to glow. Somehow I could feel it encouraging me, empowering me. So what if I couldn't use magic? Surely there were other ways to help everyone. Unable to stand around doing nothing any longer, I ran off to find the crew. When I finally tracked them down, they'd already been rendered powerless by the disease. That left me as the only person who could fight. There wasn't a second to lose. It was that moment when I decided I was done running away. I'd promised myself a long time ago that I was going to use my magic to make people happy. Filled with newfound resolve, I heard a voice coming from the staff. Mom? Is that you? The voice told me to visualize the power flowing through me. As I did, I could feel magic welling up inside me, flooding out from deep within. With my mom's help, I was able to defeat the evil spirit. As soon as it was gone, light erupted from my staff. I turned to see the rest of the crew climbing to their feet, their symptoms gone. The power spread through the entire island of Altstucci, eliminating the disease and bringing smiles back to the people. Things were a little touch and go there for a while, but in the end, everyone pulled through. And I've been able to use my magic without any issue ever since. I just know it's because my mom is watching over me through my staff. Thanks to her, I can keep traveling with the crew, using the staff she left me to bring out more smiles along the way.
I once gave up being a skyfarer. Also, I could take up arms to protect my home island, Auguste. Man, she was special. You see, there aren't too many places in Fana Grande with oceans, much less ones as gorgeous and pristine as Auguste's. And I'd be damned if I stood by as the Erste Empire sullied its waters with the byproducts of their weapons research. It goes without saying that I enlisted. Good thing, too, because it was in the midst of the ensuing war that I met the Grand Cipher crew. They helped us, the local mercenaries, I mean, take a stand against those Imperial punks. It wasn't a picnic, but we weren't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, the war wasn't decided by either side, but by the patron deity of the land, Leviathan, who damn near drowned Auguste in a fit of rage. Anybody's troubles would have seemed small compared to a battle like that, huh? Well, not long after, as if irony was waiting to bite me on the ass, my estranged daughter showed up out of the blue. I know what you're thinking. What kind of parent wouldn't rejoice at seeing their child again? But it's complicated.
and it's all my fault. Man, the way Apollonia looked at me, like a wolf staring down her bunny-eared breakfast. I couldn't face her. But this crew, there was something about their vitality, you know? Here were these young'uns standing against impossible odds and coming out stronger for it. Maybe if this old man took good notes, he could eventually have an honest conversation with his own baby girl. So, I asked to join the crew, and took up a life of skyfaring once again. The next time my daughter and I met, I wouldn't let fear and regret keep me from moving forward. How'd me and my daughter end up estranged? Well, the first thing you need to know is that my wife was stricken by a terminal illness. I refused to listen to the doctors. Terminal my foot. Even if there was no cure in Auguste, surely there ought to have been something in other lands. And so, I left my family at home, crisscrossing the skies looking for a cure. Got into a lot of adventures along the way, and somehow ended up making a name for myself. But no matter how far and wide I traveled, the cure eluded me. And while I was away, my wife, she breathed her last. I wasn't there for her when she needed me most. I never even got the chance to say goodbye. Regret and self-loathing crashed over me in never-ending waves, threatening to pull me under. You can't even begin to imagine the pain. And there was nothing I could do about it. It was all my fault. My daughter spent countless days looking after her sick mother, fighting off fear and dread. It's not hard to imagine why she hates me. She must have asked herself time and again, why was her father gallivanting across the skies while his family suffered? By the time I finally came home, she was long gone. There were no other relatives to turn to. The only family she'd known was no more. All I could do was stand, dazed and helpless, in the cold, empty shell of the home we'd made. After that, 15 years passed. I met the captain, and through my travels with the crew, reunited with my daughter. This might surprise you, but we didn't have a tearful, touching father-daughter reunion the second time around either. I spent so long telling myself that the next time we met, I'd face up to my past. But when the moment came, I froze. What could I possibly say or do for her as a father, after all this time? Any courage I'd mustered withered in the face of her scorn, and I was left standing there, feeling like an old bastard. Sometime after this heartwarming reunion, I bonded with Leviathan, and through our link, saw glimpses of what lay in my daughter's heart. I thought I had escaped all those painful memories. But here they were. In that world created by the pact with Leviathan, my wife was still alive. I saw how things might have been if I had done things differently. Of course, I knew none of this was real. But I would rather stay in a world of memory than live in a cold, lonely reality without her. She wasn't having any of that. She said I couldn't sacrifice my future to dwell in the past. She made me promise to fix things between myself and our daughter. Said she'd boot me out of the ocean if I came back without completing my task. Her words finally gave me the push I needed to face my past and start on the path to a brighter future. They gave me the strength to fight for my daughter in her hour of need. And I'd like to think that I finally did something fatherly, if only just the once. Of course, I don't expect our relationship to be mended with one conversation or act of bravery. But little by little, I think we're getting there. When Tempeal was hit by a devastating storm, refugees flocked to the safe haven of Fulka. We heard the news and docked on the island, which was buzzing with activity. It was clear. All hands were needed on deck as reconstruction efforts got underway. So we walked through the city, looking out for opportunities to help. That's when we saw a distressed young draft. We didn't know the details, but it was plain as day that something wasn't right. He was stumbling around, eyes unfocused, and staring into space. I couldn't shake the feeling that we shouldn't leave him on his own, so we ended up trailing him. We came to the edge of a cliff. Though the morning sun shone on our faces, a frigid wind blew down our backs. The draft just stood at the edge, staring at something only he could see. Hey, careful there! With the wind whipping around like this, you might lose your footing! The draft whirled around, taken off guard. After a while, he looked away, shrugging.
Thanks for your concern.
You look like you've got something on your mind. If you want a friendly ear, you've got him here.
I guess I do.
He smiled, though the expression didn't reach his eyes. The draft introduced himself as Karzeda. Back in Tempeal, he was a jeweler's apprentice.
My childhood friend was caught up in that storm. I was in love with her. Could never get up the courage to tell her. And now it's too late.
Karzeda bit down on his lip, as if he was trying to hold back his despair. He went on, telling us that he'd hit a slump in his apprenticeship. Nothing he did could gain his master's approval. His frustration boiled over, and he got into a rip-roaring fight with his friend. Hurt, she fled from the workshop. He didn't go after her.
I wish I had, because that's the day the storm came.
Karzeda's face twisted in agony. He made a mistake, and it ended up costing him someone dear. I could understand all too well. Karzeda stared at the sunbeams as they illuminated the cliffside. His eyes were watering, and not just from the sun's rays.
When we were kids, we made a promise. Once I became a proper jeweler, I'd share my most treasured secret with her. Cowardly, yes, but that was the only way I could tell her how I felt.
It all made sense now. His deepest, darkest regret was putting off telling her what was in his heart for so long.
We made that promise ages ago. I wouldn't have been surprised if she forgot all about it.
Karzeda paused, as if remembering something. He lifted his gaze to the sky, then continued.
Oh, right. I have to go back to the mines in Tempeal. There are keepsakes of hers there. I don't think she can move on without them.
I could tell how important this was to him. But when the people fled Tempeal, A horde of monsters moved right on in. Actually, forget the fiends. Karzeda wasn't in shape to go anywhere right now. What do these keepsakes look like? I can head to the mines and track him down for you. Considering his condition, I wasn't about to give him room to argue. Besides, I know all about not being able to share the important stuff with a loved one while there's still time. There's so much I didn't get to tell my family. Even now, thinking of our old house makes my heart ache something fierce. That day, there was no one to greet me when I opened the door. Seeing the cold remains of my home tore open a void in my heart. But you know what? I managed to keep going because my friends were there for me. This time it was my turn to support someone who needed it. The keepsake should be somewhere around here. Might as well inspect the mine shafts as we go too.
The place is crawling with problems!
We can't just let them run amok. Time to get to work.
What do you think?
Got something for you. Something for you. They act like they own the place. Who invited you to the party? Thanks.
What do you think? Refreshing, isn't it? We're not feeling our hit! Full bloom! The roses shine. Got it sealed!
Do it! You're done! Let's see some pep.
You don't want to get left behind. Watch out! That one's got a bone!
Got something!
What do you think?
You reap what you sow.
Come, Crimson Thorn! Come join. What do you think? No falling under my watch.
That butters my biscuit. Karzeda's counting on us to find those keepsakes. Now then. Got a beat on him. A watering can, a shovel. These are the keepsakes. won't let you down. Got something for you. Here's a little payback. We got the big one. I think we can rest easy.
Great! Let's head back to town.
Yeesh, the place was crawling with goblins. Good thing we came instead of Karzeda. Karzeda said his friend loved flowers. Tempeal's soil was harsh and didn't lend itself to flora, but her dream was to grow a variety of flowers and let them bloom all over the land. Knowing how much her dream meant to her, Karzeda wanted to bring her gardening tools back and place them in front of her grave. His hands were trembling when I passed them over.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
He was so choked with emotion that each word sounded pained, like thorns sticking in his throat. I kept my eyes on him. It felt like if I looked away for even a second, he'd fade into the great blue beyond. He was still grappling with his hurt. You wanted to say goodbye to her properly, right? Come on, I'll go with you. I slapped him on the shoulder, silently willing him to pull himself together.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Karzeda hugged the tools tightly against his chest, his teeth biting down hard on his lip. It broke my heart, seeing someone so young deal with such overwhelming tragedy. The least I could do was help him see this through.
Yes, can I help you?
Zega Grande, the forgotten skydom. As I gazed into its perennial blue, I reflected on my last time here, during my travels with him. My memories of this place were distant, yet unforgettable.
Have you been here before, Rosetta?
Hmm? Perhaps I have. Who can say? Eventually, I'll share my tales of the captain's father and our journey together. When the time is ripe, of course. But first, I would need to sort through my own emotions. It was here in these skies that we would eventually part. I know. In the eyes of eternity, our time together lasted no longer than a blink. Yet his impact on me felt nothing short of eternal. Indeed, it wasn't nostalgia that I felt upon revisiting these skies. Rather, it was the significance of this place and all that transpired here that weighed heavily upon my heart. During the war, primal beasts were exploited by the Astrals as instruments of battle. Withered and fated, one primal would eventually drift to Lumacier Archipelago, making a home for herself. Over time, she grew accustomed to the comforts of its forests and the serenity they offered. It was a far cry from the brutalities of war. Centuries would pass until a young man stumbled upon her domain, forever altering the course of her life. She engaged him in a vicious battle, but was ultimately humbled in defeat. Accepting her fate, she resigned herself to death. However, the man would sheath his blade and, to her surprise, asked if she would join him on a journey across the skies. A primal beast was supposedly no more than an astral weapon. Beings born to be controlled, manipulated, and ill-used since time immemorial. She had never entertained the idea of something more. In fact, she hardly had a name for herself. Well, she did have a moniker, but it was a meaningless one, whose sole purpose was to identify her as a weapon. Perhaps out of pity, perhaps out of kindness, the man bestowed upon her a new name. It was from that moment she would truly blossom. Rosetta. It was his gift to her, one she would treasure and love for eternity. With every union comes an inevitable separation. When his journey neared its final chapters, as he took up arms against the god of destruction, I returned to the forests of Lumacier. After my return to the archipelago, I briefly longed for his companionship, but the flora and fauna kept me company. Decades came and went, and one day I would encounter yet another young visitor to the island. There was no mistaking it. This was his offspring. I realized at that very moment the time had come. He'd entrusted this child to me from the ends of the skies. My heart swelled, but I concealed my excitement, flashing naught but a smile at the young captain. I would join the up-and-coming Skyfarers crew on the Grand Cipher for another journey across the skies, this time as a bystander. During their travels, they would experience joys and triumphs, alongside loss and hardship. I continued to observe from afar, doing my best to obscure my true intentions. My roots were well planted in the past. Knowing what I knew, would I be able to act as a part of their crew in earnest? Before long, my ambivalence would come to a head. My convictions had begun to waver. Was this the right approach? Of course, I was conscious of reality. I knew their journey wouldn't be easy. They would have to face the harsh life the skies had in store for them. And with our foes only becoming more and more cumbersome even for myself, could I possibly protect them? My presence on the Grand Cipher was inconsequential, and at worst, a hindrance to the crew. I thought if I weren't here, the captain, EO, the entire crew would handle themselves just fine. Perhaps the time had come to retire to the forests once more. But as I was preparing to leave, EO grabbed my hand so sweetly, so innocently, and said she needed me to stay. I couldn't bring myself to abandon her. I would be the bystander no longer. Everyone in the crew had a role to play, and I would be the exception no more. Finally, I found my purpose. I was free to experience the skies once again, hand in hand with the captain. It wasn't duty or obligation that anchored me to this crew. It was love. And I promised to always protect them. I would leave no regrets in the skies. Thus, our journey continued. Only this time I felt that I was a true member of the Grand Cipher.
I opened my eyes and found the most entrancing face staring back at me. Clear skin, dewy eyes, and mischievous smile, all framed by soft golden locks. Involuntarily, my hand crept toward her cheek for a caress. But when flesh met mirror, I finally woke up and realized.
Yes. Good morning, me. Must still be hazy from exchanging bodies yesterday. Lacing my fingers together, I reached my arms up for a test stretch. Stiff. Not one to be bested by a vessel of my own design, I brought my palms together and began twisting. Take that, you stupid spine, I thought. You will rue the day you defied me. Just how many backbones and digits and faces had I conjured? I'd lived long enough to know it was foolish to try and keep track.
Cagliostro, did you hear? We're going to visit a new skydom!
Lyria's voice echoed from behind the door, snapping me back to the present.
Sounds fun! I'll be out in a jiffy!
My voice was a weaponized rainbow, strategically pitched to invoke thoughts of hugs and sunshine. As the cutest girl in all the skies, no other tone would live up to my utter perfection. You see, it's a common myth that cuteness is in the eye of the beholder. But actually, as I have witnessed through my research, it is a fundamental law of reality. I quickly brushed my disheveled hair, minus one lock, as per the theory of adorable bedhead optimization, and went to the door. The crew would need me at my cutest if they were to survive an untrodden skydom. About 2,000 years ago, before the war, I was a wretched, sickly little thing. We lived in a village with no doctor, so all I could do was wait for the release of death. I still remember the defeated look on my sister's face as she attended my bedside. I couldn't blame her. Not when she was surrounded by the other villagers and their whispers. None of them thought I was long for this world. But back in those days, the sky was full of children who would never live past adolescence. So my life was tragic, but common. With the exception, of course, of one detail. My intellect. I had been working on a theory of reality, one that would let me rewrite the laws of existence. I dubbed it alchemy. I was too weak to leave the house, but my sister would fetch me the necessary reagents for my experiments. At first, each failure was more spectacular than the last. Creating a fully functional body from nothing but dirt and speculation was complicated. Instead, I focused on creating an ageless vessel capable of housing a soul. Hypothesis, test, fail. Hypothesis, test, fail. My pile of discarded monstrosities grew with each unsuccessful trial. But, finally, I succeeded in producing a small life form, no bigger than your average roach. Sure, a misplaced footstep would have killed the damn thing, but it was life nonetheless. And it was proof that I could achieve mastery over my own mortality. Now that I had more data, all it took was a few more months of testing, and voila! I had synthesized a flesh bag for myself. My soul was finally free to occupy a worthy form. Now, repeat this process a few thousand times, and my reputation spread throughout the skies, garnering love and admiration from the masses. Alchemy was at its apex, and death had been conquered for all. Yeah, right. More followers meant more opportunity for betrayal. Eventually, a faction of alchemists turned my own bloodline against me, and they managed to seal me away for centuries. Assholes. These magic prison stories always end the same way. A few hundred years of slumber, and people grow complacent. A group of clueless travelers, aka the crew of the Grand Cipher, managed to stumble upon my inert form and, foolishly mistaking me for a primal beast or something, lifted the seal. Immediately, I wanted to eradicate them. No one could find out I had regained my freedom. I would not suffer entombment again, even if it meant I needed to transmogrify a few Skyfarers. But then, I laid eyes upon Lyria and her blue hair, and there it was, an entity that I could not identify. I, who had unveiled the very laws of reality, could not classify her existence. She was surely from a different plane. My interest was piqued, and for that, I spared the crew. What can I say? Curiosity killed the alchemist. With no particular agenda for my newfound liberty, I offered my services to these Skyfarers. They would give me unfettered access to the girl, and I would give them unrestricted access to my findings. And as a bonus, I might save their asses a few times along the way. Of course, the captain readily accepted. Though I admit, there was something about the gleam in the captain's eye that caught my attention. What was so special, you ask?
That's for Cagliostro to know, and for you to find out. All right, see you.
Ben?
Yeah?
All right.
You got a second?
Daddies ain't got nothing on you.
Let me think about this. You don't say.
Easier than eating apples.
Means no.
So then...
Easier than eating apples.
My, what a magnificent castle.
Calling it huge would be an insult. Bet you could spot that thing from the next Skydom over.
It's been a fixture of this city since time immemorial. After all these years, I still get emotional when I look at it.
Bye from me and
Got a few more options behind the counter.
Excuse me.
I smell a new mission.
I think I've been here before.
Man, this sucks.
Totally. So much freaking work to do.
Say, don't you two work for Zothba?
Who's asking? Ah, snap, it's rolling. Where you been hiding, man? Thanks for always looking out for the boss.
No, quite the opposite. Zothba has always been the one bailing me out. That info on Avia was spot on. But enough about that. It looks like you gentlemen are in a bit of a pickle.
A pickle? Nah, man. We're swamped with work right now. Everyone in the family's fully booked.
So, if you got biz with the boss, could you maybe go chill and come back later?
Huh. I get you're busy, but we're also on the clock here.
So what I'm hearing is, once these errands of yours are cleared out, that'll open up Zothba's schedule. Is that right?
More or less. Not like our mountain of work is gonna get smaller anytime soon, though.
Got it. Captain, what do you say to lending these fine fellows a hand?
I'm in. Me too. Beat sitting around all day.
There you go. Meet your newest co-workers. And not just any co-workers. These Skyfarers have an impressive resume.
For real? Awesome. Thanks.
We appreciate it. And for starters, you think you could check in with a buddy of ours? He should be at the market.
Haha! Let's kick some tail!
We probably should have made an appointment. Oh well, we'll make it work.
Door! Dead end! Feels like I'm in a maze!
For a limited time only, I'm slashing all my prices in half.
Wrong choices here.
If you're looking for quality bargains, then you've come to the right place.
Yo, I got the word. Ready to roll up your sleeves? Here's the deal. Some bigwig lost something in the city. Something really dangerous. I can't handle it myself without my legs turning to jelly. Talked with an Alliance rep. I left the details with them.
Huh? You're looking for something dangerous? Oh, yeah. I know a few folks that might be able to help you out. I'll write down what they look like. Go see what they have to say.
Found anything you like? I've got a few more options.
Skies above skies, the heavens have anointed me as their beacon. Raise your eyes to the blue. That which you seek may come from above.
Raise our eyes to the blue? What are you talking about?
Yes.
Zothva's people have you looking for a dangerous thing? Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess you could call it dangerous. Try looking in places with shade, but be careful. Never know what might jump out at you.
Wait, so the thing is alive? Yeah, this is making my beard bristle.
If you're hunting for
Don't worry, there are no wrong choices here. You're looking for something a magnet lost. That could only be one thing. Yep, no doubt about it. If it's what I think it is, you'll find it in an alley.
Why can't you just tell us what it is? Oh, whatever. Let's move on to the next person.
Look in the shade. Above our heads. Down an alley? Is that what they're telling us?
Maybe. Guess it's time to start crawling the back streets of Seed Hollow.
Hey!
Yep, that's locked up tight.
Don't tell me that's the dangerous thing we've been looking for.
It's just a cat. Geez, how dangerous can it be? Come on, let's get it home.
The client is over the moon. Glad that's over with.
You could have just told us you can't stand cats.
When I was a kid, I got scratched by one. It left a scar on my body and my psyche. Ah, but you don't want to hear about that. Thanks again.
Can't believe we went on a wild cat chase. Why would the family Zothva bother with boring jobs?
I believe being a good information broker means having a finger in every pie, so to speak. In any case...
It'll lend a hand? Couldn't have come at a better time. We're assessing the castle's manpower, but it's not like the guards will volunteer to take a survey. I hate to use the term eavesdrop, but we're short on ears. If you see any castle guards, could you listen in? Out of sight and without getting caught, obviously.
Remember, keep it hush-hush. Is there anywhere we can hide? This spot looks good for spying.
Shh. Heard the news?
Yeah, they raised the threat level for the Skydom.
They keep sending reinforcements to Tempeel and other islands. Castle defenses will be stretched thin.
It's taking a toll on the public safety team, too. The Church of Avia has been popping up everywhere.
At least we're safe here. Don't have to worry about Seed Hollow getting invaded. Just hope I don't get shipped out.
Mobilizing soldiers out of Seed Hollow is sapping the castle's defenses. People might get edgy if this leaks.
You think we can hide here?
I know what I saw. That Harvin was wearing white robes. Matched what was described in the intel report to a T. They say that uniform stood out to one of the deadliest groups in Avia. Obviously, the Silver Wolf Corps is also nothing to sneeze at. But this group uses strange techniques. I should have arrested that Harvin. What if they've already infiltrated the city?
Avia may have already infiltrated Seed Hollow? That's bad news, but good to know.
rush. Let's camp out here.
So my granddad said the craziest thing the other day.
Well, don't leave me hanging.
You know the Corridor of Peace? Know why they really call it that?
No, why?
It's to honor an astral who once saved us Sky Dwellers.
That's a good one.
What a joke.
That's what I said. They were the ones who conquered us. A compassionate astral. Can you imagine? Now that story I'd like to hear more about. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with our task. I think we've heard enough. Let's go report this in.
Axtos tune? How'd it go? I see. I guess we'd better offer some resources to bolster the castle's defenses. By the way, didn't you say something about needing to see the boss? He should be in by now. Why don't you head for the bar?
This Zospa guy sure likes to dip his talons in everything, huh?
Yes. Thanks to him and his informants, the city's managed to stay relatively peaceful. But I'm going to do him one better and protect every single dweller in these skies.
Really? Are you sure you're not biting off more than you can chew?
Was that too much? Anyway, time to hit the bar.
Damn nobles.
Everyone, meet Zafba.
Well, out with it.
That's some jam.
Yeah, I was hoping you could help.
Let's talk business.
You didn't let me finish.
We aren't a charity. Selling info is how we don't starve. And the juicier the intel, the tastier our meals. You want a seat at the table? You gotta bring the bread. Know what I'm saying?
So, how much will it cost?
Avia exposes us to huge risk. At the friend discount, you're looking at 7 mil.
7 million rupees? That's enough to purchase several airships.
We settle our payments up front, but I wager your wallets are a little bit light at the moment. How about a proposal? You scratch my back, and I'll scratch yours.
We really don't have time for this.
Don't pass on a deal till you've heard every last detail. We've already looked into the mind sealer around your friend's neck. The catalyst stone that'll cancel the magic sleeps in some ruins on Dolly Island.
Are you absolutely certain?
Let me guess. You're giving us the scoop because you want something in return.
Man knows how to cut to the chase. All you resourceful folks have to do is break the seal on those ruins. It just so happens there's hidden treasure in there we'd love to get our hands on. And those are the conditions. Not a bad deal, if you ask me.
Yep, we both get what we want. Seems fair enough.
At this point, I think any lead is worth investigating.
The choice is yours, Captain.
I'll be waiting at the port. Come see me when you've got your answer.
Mr. Shade back there was no ordinary dude.
Yeah.
So then...
And also...
Yes. How do you do? So then... No. Well, now... Yep. Oh. So then...
Huh. Whoa.
You okay?
I think you painted a different picture of the guy, Roland.
Well, he's very passionate about his work, yes.
We didn't come here to dig up treasure for someone else.
I know it's not the most direct way to get to Lyria, but it's better than nothing.
Why did it have to be Dolly Island, though? Not to mention breaking the seal on the ruins.
Hi, everyone! They're good tidings. Alpha wanted to thank you for your hard work. Something about finding hot gossip and shady cats?
Come on, people, don't miss this.
High-faring work sure is something else. Enjoy your gift! What you in the market for? Sending out the old crew signal, eh? Who should we poke? Good luck out there! The fruit in the market looks so good! Too a fine hello to you! Which crew member would you like to call? The butterfly alights. And just in time. Thanks for the business. Where are we going?
Wanna be my test dummy? Yay! Ta-da! Whoa! Daddies ain't got nothing on you. Oh, wow.
Don't listen, folks! Electors!
And also. Yes. Excuse me.
Hello.
Been on guard all day. We doing this or not?
Pleasure working with you.
Good. Neither of us wants a fine business opportunity to slip through our fingers.
Hey, this is out of the blue, but I might have some personal things to tend to.
Oh, say what? You're gonna flake on us?
While you check the ruins, I'll look for the red ship. It'll be more efficient.
I appreciate the thought, but should you go after them alone?
There's no need to worry about me. I promise. I always finish what I start.
Thank you, Roland. We owe you so much.
Take care of them, Zathba.
Are you telling me how to do my job? Who's wearing the informant pants here?
Oh, you got me there. What was I thinking? Oh, but at least take this.
Well, well. A transceiver.
I made it with my own 2 hands. I'd like it back when this is over.
Better hope it doesn't fall apart on me, then. Now, as a small bonus, our family's pride and joy will fly you to Dolly in style.
Be careful out there, everyone.
Nice. Reagents. Ooh.
Sweet.
Yay, stuff!
Oh, before you ask, this ride's free. Make it worth my while, Skyfarers.
Dolly Island. That's where we're going to find the Catalyst Stone to free Lyria from the Mind Sealer. This is our last thread of hope. And nothing's gonna make us let go. Not even a waking nightmare.
Shh. It's okay. Come. The stars await, and we mustn't keep them.
You were tossing. Do you feel all right?
Yeah. And how are you feeling?
I feel fine. Why ask me such a question?
I
found it. Another god. As we fly closer to the main island, an ocean of sand seems to stretch on forever. Large ruins break the surface like icebergs. It's time to start digging through the past, because in one of those tombs lies the catalyst to our future.
I wonder what kind of contraption this catalyst is. Can't wait to get my hands on it.
Oh. Ooh. I should start a toy store here. Let's call it Dolly Island. Not everyone gets to see the good stuff, you know. Would you like to craft a weapon? Working on your weapons? Take care of it! speed. No? Those weapons aren't gonna touch me. Let's do it! Hey!